right, my clock says 11. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I am catching or have caught a cold, so I'm in the process of losing my voice. So I'm going to sound a little odd. I feel okay. It's just I don't sound okay. So anyway, if you have not already signed into chat, go ahead and do that so that we have a record of who is here. And I'm going to share my screen here. All right, so we're going to call this meeting to order and wanted to open it up to see if there were any public comments that anybody would like to bring before the committee. All right, not hearing anything. Let's go on to new business. We are having the third in-person regional training day. It will be next Thursday, the 30th at Barry Lawrence Monette's branch. I don't know if Leanne is on this call yet, but
yes, I am.
Leanne, how many do we have now coming?
Counting like Diana, myself, and you,
and
there's
me.
about 32 is what I have.
Good, great. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully it'll be a nice day. I'm getting kind of tired of this gray, cloudy stuff, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, I think so far it should be a good day.
Okay, leave to the current. Okay, perfect.
All right. We also just had our second regional training at Poplar Bluff. They hosted us. It was wonderful. We had a great time. We had a little bit smaller group there, but it gave time for a lot of interaction back and forth. And so that was exciting. We had Tony come in and do some information on training on reports for that. He gave us some documentation, and we're going to plan on bringing that to the Monette branch too. Tony won't be with us, but we can have some of the information that he shared with us will be shared at that training also. Okay, going on, we finalized the recommendation for how to handle patron requests for a library card at your library when the patron already has a card at somebody else's ME library. And so I have put in the finalized wording for that. And we're not exactly sure. We have not made the new best practices document. I'm not sure exactly where this is going to be posted, but it will be posted sometime this month before our next meeting. Like I say, I'm just not exactly sure where it's going to go. Probably we will, when we get down here in this working group, maybe the working group will make that decision and maybe look at how we might rearrange that circulation training page to be more helpful.
Rhonda, if you were sharing your screen, it's not coming through for me. I don't know if anyone else is seeing
it. Okay. Well, darn the bad luck. Let me see here. What am I doing wrong? Let's try this. Now is everybody happy?
We can see it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Meredith. I need you guys to kind of keep me on track here. So anyway, under B, you can see the finalized wording that we've come up with. Like I say, probably in that working group, we'll work on also maybe rearranging that training page on the Missouri Evergreen website. Any questions from anybody about this recommendation? Okay, moving on. In the list,
sorry, just to rewind for a second. Did we ever iron out for the money and where that deal about like paying fines under the 10 or whatever?
Well, we left it as you get asked we did not say you could take money at your branch.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I just remembered the discussion, but not the resolution.
Yes. We
cool.
We left it to where if the fines didn't exceed your threshold, you could go ahead and do it. If they did, And really, either way, you should ask the patron to pay or reconcile those charges with that other library. Usually it would just take a call, and you can always mail something if you need to. But we decided not to put in a specific dollar amount there. Okay, and this has gone before the executive committee, and it was approved to be added. It's not like it is only a recommendation. This is not part of circulation policy. Okay. In the listserv this week, or maybe last week, I forget, there were some questions about the whole notes, alerts, blocks, what you can do and what you cannot do with those. And so the documentation can be found in Missouri Evergreen. It's under, once you get into the documentation, it's under circulation patron record, and then consolidated patron notes, alerts, blocks, messages. So the Evergreen documentation is there for you to read through. I have included, it's Cass County's training manual part on the creating messages. Diane was actually the one who started this. And so we just kind of have taken what Diane actually did the work for and added a little bit there to it. So I just thought, well, if anybody wants to see it more in a condensed version, that would be from Cass County's training manual. Let me see. There was, I don't know if this was sent to everybody or not. So I thought I would just kind of talk through it. There was an email that came to us from Equinox saying, why are we not able to delete a message after it's been read? And so they had 3 different reasons that they listed. So I thought I'd just share it with you all. Number 1, clear communication. You wouldn't want a patron to see a note, then have a staff member delete that note, and then the patron logs in again and can't see the note, especially if they were hoping to follow up on this, whatever the action needed was. So clear communication. Number 2 was patron self-management. Just as we allow patrons via my account to place and edit, cancel holds, renew books, pay bills, change some of their contact preferences, managements of notes that are already read should be in the purview of the patron.
Yes, finally. Thank you.
Number 3, staff mischief. Hopefully this is a rare occurrence. I really do hope that. But not beyond the pale to think of a staff member changing up a note or deleting a note to cover up a mistake or other shady reasons. So those were the reasons that Equinox gave us for why a message, once it's been read, could not be deleted by a staff member. The patron themselves can go back in and delete those messages at any time.
And that's only if the patron has marked it read, because
Right.
you can read them in your online account and staff can still delete them unless you check the box that marks it read.
Right.
So we could still end up with patrons that read a note and then they go back to see it and it's gone because we've deleted it. It wasn't
Right.
marked as read. And then they can mark them as unread. So it can go back and forth.
Well, and I don't know, at Cass County, when this came out, we had people with over 1,000 notes, and we just asked them, would you be willing for us to delete some of those? And most of them were like, yeah, get rid of those. I don't need them. So that's always an option to kind of keep that cleared out. I think those notes were always in the background before. We just didn't see them until the upgrade. I think that switched where it was at, and after that we could see it. So, but Diane is correct. If they have gone in and actually marked it red, if they've just looked at it, we can delete it. They can delete it either way. Okay. I would like to propose to the committee.
Okay, well, that's all I ordered because I'm still waiting on the other stuff to come in.
Meredith,
That's a
can you
number
tell
that
me again
Liza looked up.
how
She
to-
thought could be replacement for a while.
If you go to the
Um,
3 dots by the
So
person
just, I
that's
guess just
talking,
use
you
it
can hit 'em.
up today for whatever you can
Okay.
use it on, if you can, if you have time. Was there a packet
Yeah,
slip
well.
in there by chance?
I don't have 3 dots by my thing. When I do it, it just
They
says
ordered
chat
it
or
and I wasn't
pin.
sure.
Okay.
Okay, do you want this?
I
Oh,
am.
no, here's this other side. Can I have this?
Louise, I don't know
Okay.
if you can hear me, Louise, but you're,
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
go ahead and mute.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys.
That's okay.
Yeah, her 3 dots are hiding. If you go to the little window where she is and hover, they'll show up in the corner. And there should be 3 dots that
I
maybe would
did,
let you
but
meet her.
all I got was chat and pin.
Wow.
So
The only
that's weird.
program.
I don't know. Anyway, hopefully it's taken care of. Okay, I'd like for the circulation committee to form a working group to develop a recommendation for the process / procedure for deleting log expired accounts. And that's going to work with the recommendation for purging accounts. So I would like to just get 3 or 4 people together, kind of work through what we think it might be, and then bring that back to the committee to for finalizing. So is there anybody who would be willing? I know I've already tapped Diane because we were both there during the discussion in the executive committee when they asked us to do this. So if I could get a couple of other people who would be willing to join with Diane and I to kind of work through that, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I can help. We've been doing it in our own special way for years with it too. So yeah, I'm happy to help.
Okay,
I can help Rhonda.
who?
Janice Butcher.
Janice, okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks. So we'll start. I'll email you all here, probably not this week, but we'll get the process going, and we might try to set up a Zoom meeting where we could all be together kind of face to face, even though we're far apart. And I think maybe that might be more efficient than trying to email back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So, okay, yay, that was easy. All right, so there were also on the listserv recently questions about recording in-house use and why item alerts do not pop up. I honestly can't tell you why item alerts do not pop up, but having said that, you can see the current actual status of an item by making sure that you have the column for status on your record in-house use screen. So it will come up and show lost or missing or available on the shelf. It will not tell you that a hold has been placed on this item. It will just merely tell you what the status is right now. So staff need to just be watching that screen. If something comes up and it shows lost over there, check it back in, and that's going to get it back in. Same thing with missing. I don't know if there's a way to get item alerts on this or how often it would be needed. What do you think? Nobody thinks.
I think everything that crosses the circulation desk and everything that's sitting around the library needs to be checked in before it's reshelved. And then if you just make that your practice, then you'll clear up all these bad statuses and fill holes that need to be filled. Check in. That's what I always tell new staff here, is that you cannot make a mistake by checking something in. You cannot make a mistake. The mistakes are made by not checking things in.
That's the law here.
That's the law. Right.
So you would say, as you mark, if you want to use record in-house use, go ahead and hit the record in-house use, but then take that extra step of checking the item in while you've had it right there in your hand.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Okay. And that's going to bump it to, if there's another status that it needs to move to, it will automatically move then to that new status.
Yeah.
Okay. Good recommendations. All right. Old business. It's not really old because it hasn't happened, but we've talked about it several times. Mickey, would you like to share about the Evergreen Users Conference? I thought he was on this call, but
I am. I was having a little trouble pushing
okay.
buttons this morning for some
Okay.
reason. Sorry, Rhonda. Yeah,
okay.
everyone who is in this call should be well aware of our users conference on April 13th and 14th. And you should also be well aware that we have a number of sessions that specifically deal with circulation related issues. Diane is going to be doing a presentation for us. And we'll also have other folks doing things on reports and carousel creation and all sorts of things that are of interest to you. I think the principal interest of the users conference, of course, is getting to know your colleagues around the state. So I thoroughly encourage all of you to register for the conference, which is completely free to any member library in Missouri Evergreen. Of course, if you are a staff member, please check with your supervisor, make sure that you're able to attend some of the sessions, but feel free to register. We currently have 80 registrants. That includes our speakers and our attendees, and that number is going up every day. So I'm delighted that there's been such great interest in the users conference. This will be the first time we're doing this, and it is a hybrid conference. Many people, about 40 or 45, will be attending in person, and then the remainder will be joining us through Zoom links for the session work. So we'll have a nice hybrid opportunity to learn, to get to know each other, and to have some collegial time. So please register if you haven't done so already. Please encourage everyone you know to be part of the users conference. It's going to be an annual event, and it's important to all of us as we start connecting with each other as Missouri Evergreen members. Thank you.
I know Mickey has also encouraged, if you have already signed up, to go in and add more information about what your job is, the things, just information that you would like to share with other people. What are your hobbies? What things interest you? So that we do take that opportunity to get to know people better. So I know Mickey sent out something exhorting us to do that. So I'm going to also exhort right along with him.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. And I'll be doing that again. You'll be getting more messages from the platform. So lots of good information coming your way. Thanks.
Okay. Is there anything else that we would like to bring before the committee?
Yes, and I almost forgot. At the international conference next month, there is a circulation interest group meeting where people that use Evergreen across the country, maybe we'll even have some international people come. We'll meet for 45, 50 minutes to talk about circulation. And I'm going to be the moderator of that group. And I would love to know what you would, if you were in the room, what would you ask circulation staff from other libraries? How do you do such and such? Do you have suggestions about such and such, or things that you would like to share with them that we do in a fantastic way that they maybe have not thought of? So I sent out an email last week asking for ideas for that meeting. So send your questions to me. I know that we've been told Equinox has told us it would cost $10,000 to develop a feature that would allow us to select our own patron expiration periods. So some of us are manually changing every time we update an account or create a new account. And it's not that I don't trust them, but I would like to ask other libraries, how are you handling customizing expiration periods? And how do you encourage other libraries to keep their transit list clean? just things I would like to talk to other people from other consortia, how they handle those things. So send me any of your questions and I will bring back answers.
One I'd be curious about too is the consortiums, if there are ones that have a universal library card and how that works or anything like that with it too. In a perfect world, we'd head down there at some point in the far distant future when we all are on the same page and agreeing. But
Yes.
I think there are other ones that are out there that do that. So I'm just kind of curious how effective that's been for them.
I will ask that.
Thank you.
And also along with that, what was their process if they all had individual cards? What was their process for merging to one card? I think we
Okay.
might learn from people who've done it before so we don't have to experience things the hard way.
And was it all or nothing, like you either were in or you were out, or? I'd be curious about that.
Okay, so Diane's, could you put your email into the chat real quick, just in case somebody wants to email you? All right, anything else? As is usually the case, something will probably come up, like 5 minutes after we're off of this call, but feel free to email me with concerns or things that you want brought before the committee. Try and be as responsive as I can on that, get back with you as quickly as I can. Unfortunately, my job at Cass County, I am also pulled out a lot to be on the floor. And so you might not get an immediate response, but I will respond to you, I promise. It just might not be like boom, boom. So feel free to email as you have things that you're interested in knowing more about or questions. All right, is there anything else? Okay, well, with not hearing anything, can we have a motion to close this meeting?
Motion to close.
There you go. Thank you, Terry. A second?
I'll second. Janice.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right, so we're going to declare the meeting closed. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll
Thank
see
you.
Bye, all.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Mhm.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.